Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and liberal judge Hannah Duggan, well, now she has to face the consequences, and they ain't pretty. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Hannah Duggan made the mistake, and it was a big one, of allegedly attempting to assist an illegal alien in escaping from an ICE arrest. Now, ICE was in the outside of the courtroom, but in a public area. The judge, when confronted by ICE about a defendant in her courtroom who was an illegal alien, said, "I don't want you to arrest him in the courtroom. Please arrest him in a public area." ICE agreed and waited in a public area. Judge Duggan, according to the arrest warrant and the indictment, then led the illegal immigrant out a private exit for the juries and, hopefully for his sake, off to safety. However, he was later caught by ICE agents and arrested. So was the judge. And she's been charged with obstruction. And now that she's a defendant and not a judge, well, now she's online, has started a fundraiser, begging people for their spare change so that she can assist herself in her legal defense, pay for her legal defense. That's what she's come to. That's what the mighty judge has come to. She now has to beg people to help her with her legal defense. Now, if you forgot anything about the case, I do want you to watch this video, and then I want you to let me know what you think about the entire situation in the comments.
Today, Garrett, hello and good morning.
Yeah, Bill, good morning to you. We're outside the federal courthouse here in Milwaukee, and you can see there is yet again another crowd of protesters that have been out here over the last couple of weeks on a regular basis protesting the arrest of Milwaukee County Circuit Judge Hannah Duggan. Today, not only is Judge Duggan expected to plead not guilty, but her legal team is hoping that the entire case against her gets dismissed. In a legal motion filing yesterday afternoon, they argue that Judge Duggan cannot be prosecuted because she's entitled to judicial immunity for her official acts, which they argue includes controlling her courtroom by removing anyone who could disrupt it, which they argue would apply if she did in fact allegedly help an illegal immigrant escape arrest by guiding him to leave out a back door. And with no shortage of irony, her defense team repeatedly cites in that motion the Supreme Court's ruling last year in a case against then former President Trump, including this line from the High Court's decision: judges are entitled to absolute immunity for their judicial acts without regard to the motive with which those acts are allegedly performed. Some legal experts, though, including Jonathan Turley, are skeptical of how far that argument can really go in this case.
None of that strikes me as being within the scope of her judicial duties. If it does, then the question is, how far does that extend? Could she have hid the guy in her trunk of her car? Could she have driven him out of the courthouse? Could she have misdirected state officers? When exactly does she stop being a judge when she's helping someone evade federal authority?
Yeah, and again, this is just the latest protest we have had here in Milwaukee since Judge Duggan's arrest. Around 150 so people that are out here this morning, and this group has been steadily growing over the last hour. They are calling for these charges against Judge Duggan to be dropped. She is facing up to 6 years in prison if convicted.
Got it. Okay, Garrett Tenney, watching that from Milwaukee, as we are as well. Thank you, Garrett. Nice.